How to get the host user home directory in WSL Bash. I want to get the Windows host user home directory from within Bash, so my theoretical environment variable or program would output something like. Would this be somehow possible? When I search for it, I only find results for the opposite, finding the LXSS user path from the host. I have a fallback idea of extracting it from $path, as there are some predictable paths like those containing app data, but I'd prefer to keep it simple, if possible.
You may launch cmd.exe from Bash to get the host environment variables. In the following, win_user profile has your answer, and the other variables are for completeness. Sources: Craig Lowen at Microsoft and Michael Hoffman.
Since my writing of this question, WSLPath has been added to my knowledge, all WSL/LXSS distributions. This program can translate Windows paths to the corresponding mount point on the Linux subsystem, therefore the easiest solution would be now. But WSLPath documentation is still sparse. Notes. Windows commands often add --return to the output, which is also not removed by WSLPath, and so may end up in the Linux output. /r gets rid of that. For some time now, cmd.exe will print a warning message to stare that it was started from an invalid directory. The /dev/null part removes that. Currently I'm using a small helper to retrieve any Windows environment variable. And using it like this.
Fortunately, since Windows 10 build 17063, included in Windows 10 1803, there is a more straightforward way of sharing environment variables between Windows and WSL, WSLenv. To make %user profile %accessible in WSL, you list the variable name in the WSLenv variable. If you are not using WSLenv yet, then just run the following command once in a cmd.exe session. The command sets permanently writes variables to the master environment in the Windows registry. This WSLenv setting will cause WSL to make %user profile % from Windows accessible as $user profile in WSL shell. The Windows directory path will be converted to the Unix format. If you do not want to convert the path, just omit the P. If you need to transfer multiple variables, separate them by a colon. More details. This URL. I use the variable in my cdw function, cd to Windows path. I define it in tilde.bash_aliases, which is executed automatically in Ubuntu.
With WSLPath and Wova.
If you want to support the channel, please consider liking and subscribing.